Hey, mamas, and welcome back to Between Us Moms. We have missed you so much these last 2 weeks. We have so much to catch up on. So, today's episode is going to be like massive cliff notes and then things we're looking forward to in this new year of 2025. Hallie, I love you so much.
Mhm.
I have missed you. It's been a doozy of a last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Kick us off.
Well, yeah, I miss you. I miss talking to you. I hate when we don't record because I feel like there's so much to catch up on, but hopefully we can download real quick. We have been touching base, so you do know that after RSV, we got hit with another round of glorious sickness, which I'm sure you can hear in my voice right now. In fact, last night we tried to record and had to stop because I was coughing so hard I was peeing my pants and throwing up. So let's hope this round goes better. But let's be
You're
positive because it's a new
You're a
year.
trooper. You're a trooper.
No, no, I'm not. I actually, I feel like you should go first because I know you were talking to me about the show Night Bitch, which I want you to talk to everyone about because I haven't watched it. But that's how I feel. I feel like I'm just a bitch, not a night bitch. I'm just a bitch. I am not kicking off the new year on the most positive note. Like, I feel like I'm at my wit's end. I feel like I might actually be having a little postpartum depression, which makes sense because I stopped breastfeeding. I'm officially
Oh,
done. And this is the exact same time I stopped breastfeeding Dylan, and that drop in hormones, it's like clockwork. I
yeah.
just don't feel like myself. Last time I had postpartum anxiety, not depression, but this time it's definitely manifesting more on the depression side of things. Cool, cool. But I'm on medicine already in anticipation of that. So I've got some chatting with my doctor to do, but if you're listening and you've been through it and you have tips, hit me up. If you're listening and you're going through it, just know you're not alone. Yeah, being a woman is super fun.
Oh, I'm hearing you talk, and I feel like I have tears welling up in
I
my eyes
know.
because what you're saying is so real and it's so relatable. And I wish I could fly to Chicago right now and give you a giant ass hug
Yeah.
because I also had postpartum depression. It was really bad with Kaya. This time, preemptively, like you, I was on medicine. I'm still on it, and it does help.
Yeah.
But every day, I mean, I wish I had tips for you. I don't have tips except for that you just keep going because you are a mom and you have to.
Yeah.
And, you have to talk to your person. So for me, that's Jason and like let him know what's going on and let him know like I need help here and I need, X, Y, and Z and hope that, you realize that you guys are a team in this and he tries to support me the best that he can. And that watching Night Bitch really helped him
Yeah.
understand. And I want you to continue going, but I do want to talk about Night Bitch. Should we do
Yeah.
that now or should we do that in a second?
Do it now because you
Okay.
mentioned it to me and I feel like it is very
If
appropriate for this moment.
if you are a mom and you have ever felt like a loss of identity, if you have felt like this season is never going to change, if you felt like who the F am I? Am I ever going to sleep again? Is me feeling like stupid and like goo goo gaga and having nothing to offer like in an adult conversation because you're surrounded by only, your child and other children, you need to watch this movie. My mom is actually the one that recommended it, and she put it in our family group chat, and she was like, I need you guys all to watch this, like all of you, like together as married couples.
Hmm.
So we watched it. And when I tell you that I felt so seen, actually, at one point, Jason was like, is she you? And I didn't know if I should be like offended or not, or yeah, I don't know why he said that, but it's true. Like, you feel like when you become a mom, you completely change in so many ways, like emotionally, physically, spiritually. Like, you are just a totally different person. And it's hard to like put into words until you become a mom, if that makes sense. Like it's hard
Hmm.
to understand it. And um you're also like so physically exhausted that at night you're like a night bitch.
Yeah.
And it's so real. And I think it helps the partners understand what the woman is going through. It's a super weird movie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the depiction at times is like super quirky and strange,
The
but the
trailer looked
accurate,
weird, I will say.
yeah, the trailer is weird. Don't pay attention to the trailer. Just like watch the movie. Like, the first 5 minutes, I would say, like, I was like, damn. Oh. And we laughed a lot. I feel like I cried a little bit at the end. And Jason was like, wow, this is like so accurate. And it is helpful. Like we talked about it afterwards, and he was like, this is just like an eye-opening way to like look at what, you know, it's like for a woman who is a mom of not only one, like of two. Like, we are moms of two and
Yeah.
like young babies, and life is effing hard. Like, balance is hard. It's like you want to be a good mom. You want to be a good wife. You also want to show up for yourself. And sometimes, in this movie, she's like, I haven't had a shower all week.
Yeah.
And like, that's how it feels. But we have to find these times, or we have to find the time for ourselves. And then when we do, we feel like it's like you're guilty. Like, you're
Yeah.
like, do I deserve a shower? Do
Yeah.
I deserve to go grocery shopping in
Hmm.
peace? But it's like, that's not even for you. That's still for the family.
That is
So,
exactly it.
and I I mean, we'll talk about this, at the end of the episode. I have some like goals for myself in 2025 of like ways to feel like this, because yeah, I'm freaking emotionally exhausted. I still cry, once or
Yeah.
twice a week. And
I was waiting to see, was it once or twice a day? Once or twice?
no, a week. It's getting better because Emma is getting better, but she still is like the feistiest feisty baby of all time. Like, if she
Hmm.
is not exactly where she wants to be, doing exactly what she wants to do, she screams.
Mm.
And it's not even like she's crying. It's like she's just screaming at you. And you're like, can you calm down like 10 notches? Like, Jason just took them on a walk so we could do this. And she was just like sitting in the stroller screaming, like, I'm ready to go now. I would like to leave now. And he's like, you are a psychopath. So, all that to say, highly recommend Night Bitch. Yes, it's super weird, but yes, I think you will all feel so seen. And just like make sure you watch it with your person if you have a person to watch it with.
So that they can see it
Anyways,
too.
yes.
Do you think it would be a hard thing to watch if you're feeling some postpartum depression, or would it be like validating?
I think it's validating. And I
Okay.
think that postpartum depression is so real. Like, I'm still in it. I'm still like foggy, and I'm still sad, and I'm still like, who am I? And Jason and I have these conversations. And, after we watched this movie, he said to me, he's like, I want you to know I support you in anything you want to do. And so I think, I think now is actually a good time to watch it, because I think it might actually, in a weird way, like make you laugh because it's so accurate. And I feel
Mm.
like when we're, in this like fog of like postpartum depression, anxiety, like all the things, sometimes we need like to feel seen, and then to like laugh about it a little bit,
Yeah.
to know that there's like some light still.
Well,
So
remember
yeah,
we had Nia Sanchez from the Valley on our podcast, and she went through postpartum depression and very publicly spoke about it on the show. And then she talked about it with us. And I remember her offering advice to anyone going through it. And it was just to remember it's not forever. So I'm holding on to that. But if you're going through it, I recommend that episode. She was such a great
yeah.
resource. She was so vulnerable and so open with her experience. So I might have to go give that a little revisit myself. But
I
that's
think
kind
that's a
of,
good idea, because that I'm so glad you brought that up, because yeah, it's not forever. But
mm,
when you're in it, it feels like forever. Like, I
yeah.
remember like with Kai, like looking in the mirror, and I would just cry.
Hmm.
I would look at like my C-section scar and be like, I'm mutilated forever.
Yeah.
And like, who am I? And like, what is my life now? And it's like a shock. Like, having a child and giving birth is a shock to the system. It's traumatic in so many ways. And you're also, you're up a lot and you're just tired and it changes the dynamic of your marriage. It's just hard. So I
Yeah.
think that's really good advice is like it's not forever. Little by little it does get better, but
Ugh.
it's hard. I love you.
Woosah. I love you.
Woosa.
Woosah.
Woosa.
Yeah.